The reported death of Yahya Sinwar, the Hamas leader responsible for orchestrating the October 7 attacks in Israel, has sparked international responses. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu announced Sinwar's death, describing it as a critical blow to Hamas and a chance for peace. Netanyahu vowed that Israel's military efforts would continue until all hostages taken by Hamas are returned.
The axis of terror that was built by Iran is collapsing before our eyes. Nasrallah is gone. His deputy Muhsin is gone. Haniyeh is gone. Def is gone. Sinwar is gone. The reign of terror that the Iranian regime has imposed on its own people and on the peoples of Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and Yemen, this too will come to an end. All those who seek a future of prosperity and peace in the Middle East should unite to build a better future. Together, we can push back the forces of darkness and create a future of light and hope for all of us.
World leaders echoed the sentiment, calling Sinwar's death a pivotal moment. French President Emmanuel Macron stated that it was an opportunity to secure the release of hostages and to work toward ending the ongoing war.
Aujourd'hui est marqué par la mort de Yahya Sinwar. Et ce jour est un tournant, en même temps qu'un succès militaire pour Israël. Je pense, en le disant, aux familles du 7 octobre. Cette occasion doit être saisie pour que tous les otages puissent être libérés et pour que la guerre soit enfin arrêtée. Il faut en effet mettre fin aux opérations militaires, désormais, après ce résultat, accepter le cessez-le-feu à Gaza et ouvrir enfin une perspective politique crédible pour les Israéliens comme pour les Palestiniens.
NATO chief Mark Rutte expressed relief, noting that he would not miss Sinwar.
And then on Sinwar, of course, he is widely recognized as the architect of the 7th of October 2023 terrorist attacks on Israel. I have condemned them, all allies have condemned them, every reasonable soul in the world has condemned them. So if he has died, I personally will not miss him.
European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen highlighted that Sinwar's death weakened Hamas significantly.
Sinwar was the leader of a terrorist organization, the terrorist organization of Hamas, and he was basically the mastermind behind the 7th of October with the killings, the massacres, the rapes, and the kidnapping. So his death is certainly significantly weakening Hamas.
In the United States, Vice President Kamala Harris labeled the killing a significant step toward eliminating Hamas as a threat, referring to Sinwar's responsibility for thousands of deaths, including the victims of the October 7 attacks.
In the past year, American special operations and intelligence personnel have worked closely with their Israeli counterparts to locate and track Sinwar and other Hamas leaders. And I commend their work. And I will say, to any terrorist who kills Americans, threatens the American people, or threatens our troops or our interests, know this, we will always bring you to justice. Israel has a right to defend itself, and the threat Hamas poses to Israel must be eliminated. Today, there is clear progress toward that goal. Hamas is decimated, and its leadership is eliminated. This moment gives us an opportunity to finally end the war in Gaza. And it must end such that Israel is secure, the hostages are released, the suffering in Gaza ends, and the Palestinian people can realize their right to dignity, security, freedom, and self-determination.
President Joe Biden also reacted positively, saying the development made him hopeful about a ceasefire.
A good day for the world. They got this. I call these days now that they gradually and get Sinwar. They have a lot of blood in his hands. American blood, Israeli blood, and others. And I told them that we would increase in these actions. As further that sounds, they found a new line.
Secretary of State Antony Blinken, via social media, highlighted Sinwar's involvement in terror and expressed that the world was better off without him. The US CENTCOM commander, General Michael Eric Kurilla, congratulated Israel for the operation, reiterating the US commitment to counterterrorism efforts in West Asia. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau also commended the development, stating that Sinwar's elimination marked the end of his reign of terror. He urged Hamas to lay down arms and called for a ceasefire to end the suffering in Gaza. Joseph Borrell, the Vice President of the EU Commission and EU Foreign Affairs Chief, reiterated Sinwar's role as a major obstacle to peace and emphasized the need for an immediate ceasefire and the release of hostages. In contrast, the Iranian mission to the UN framed Sinwar as a martyr and a symbol of resistance. They described his actions as an inspiration for future generations, reaffirming their stance that as long as aggression exists, the spirit of resistance will continue. The death of Yahya Sinwar marks a significant development in the ongoing conflict between Israel and Hamas. While many global leaders view this as an opportunity for peace and a critical step toward weakening Hamas, the reactions are divided, with some parties using his death as a rallying cry for continued resistance. The divergent views underscore the complexity of achieving lasting peace in the region. As the conflict persists, the international community remains on edge, balancing hopes for a ceasefire with the stark realities of a volatile and deeply rooted crisis. Bureau Report, Media Today Global.